The question, who would I be if not for you, James Baldwin? The imprint of one on another, not a comparison or look at your life's work, not a commentary or scholarly article, but a story of the intricate nature of things. I have an appointment with the 21st century, you wrote in the 1980s. You are already one of the most important intellectuals and activists of our time. You couldn't have known you wouldn't live to see the year 2000. Before you died, you taught creative writing at Hampshire College, a hippie school on the outskirts of Amherst, Mass. I didn't know a thing about you until I went to the school in 1999. It was a year after my dad died of a heart attack. I was a Bay Area Chicana far from home, arriving with a shattered heart, a James Baldwin scholarship, and the dream of being a good example for my 4 younger sisters. I was a city girl trying to find her footing on Massachusetts farmland, walking the path from Bus Circle to Creative Writing Center. Did you walk these same steps? Did you cut through fields to pick apples or to gaze at the stars? Who would I be if not for you, James Baldwin? Because of you, the JB scholars like me exist. Because of you, I was given a seat in the classroom. Knowing this made me bolder, gave me place. With 6 students around a large table, I couldn't get away with being quiet or sitting in the back anymore. I had to speak. I always wanted to tell you how cold I found New England winters, how I felt small amongst the trees and sweeping snow, my light skin bleached by winter and lighter than I'd ever been. You wrote a book about the murders of Black children in Atlanta while teaching there. In class, I imagined raising my hand and asking you the question, how do you endure walking amongst these winters and these people? How do you endure this white place? 2, the plea. You, born Black, born poor, born gay, born brilliant, bending words with intellect, no thanks to God. I, a queer woman of color, I need you more than ever. I see it now, how they would separate every last one of us. We didn't cross paths, but if we did, could we claim each other? If we did, would you claim me as a person of color? And if you can't claim me as a brown girl, would you claim me as a queer girl? And if you can't claim me as your queer girl, would you claim me as a working class girl? And if you won't claim me as a poor girl, would you claim me as a writer? Would you claim my intelligence? Would they allow us that? 3, how do we survive? I'll begin with thank you. Thank you. Thank you, queer ancestor, for setting a path for yourself, for never letting go of hope when you were a dishwasher and no one wanted to read your writing. Thank you, queer ancestor, for setting a path for us. I always knew coming out didn't make me safer in this world. Always knew I could die for this. Why would you choose such a dangerous life, my godfather said when I came out to him. He's a Puerto Riqueño young lord who grew up in the projects in Brooklyn, narrowly escaped prison time for his activism, led gang negotiations, didn't pay his phone bill in the 70s because it was wiretapped and the government would never cut it off, has a CIA file, and still he fears for my life. This is why we need you. We queers, we queer and trans people of color, we need you more than ever. A place in the past we can point to, a path where queerness and Blackness and activism intersect and never back down, even after death.